Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. In today's video, I'd like to share with you guys my sealed booster box collection. Talk about why you would even collect a sealed booster box, right? What kind of crazy person would keep a booster box sealed? Why not just crack open all these booster boxes and see all the hits inside? Wouldn't that be more enjoyable? What's even the point of collecting sealed products? And why would anyone even do it? Doesn't it seem kind of boring to just collect sealed products? And you're absolutely right. That was actually some of my thought process when I really didn't collect sealed products until the start of the Sun and Moon era, which is why one of the older boxes inside of my collection is going to be Sun and Moon based, as along with some of the earlier Sun and Moon set. I really started collecting Pokemon cards around the XY era, but I didn't have money to keep sealed products of XY, and I wasn't a huge fan of keeping booster boxes sealed anyway, because personally, I think booster boxes are kind of ugly as display items. I just think there are way cooler things to display than a booster box. But once Sun and Moon started, I was out of college, I had a full-time job, and I was making decent enough income that I was able to afford myself keeping one booster box from every single set sealed. It was a very no-nonsense way to collect Pokemon cards, because at the end of the day, every single new set that came out, a booster box would typically cost between $100 to $120, and I had enough money that I could afford to throw in $400, pick a brand new booster box from every single new set that came out, and kept it stored, because it was a very easy, no-nonsense way to collect Pokemon cards for me personally, and I was making decent enough money that $400 to collect some older sealed products is completely fine. Now, obviously, these boxes age very well, like fine wine. You know, Team Up is going for $3,500 as a sealed booster box now. I think Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse, all of these boxes are $1,000. And ever since Sun and Moon, I've been keeping a sealed booster box of every single new set that came out. It was just a very easy way to collect Pokemon cards. It's very boring, and I say boring because you don't really have to think about it. It's not investing. It's not anything really special. I'm not looking at charts going up and down and looking at when to sell. I'm just collecting one of every single new booster box. That's pretty much it. And I still think that sealed collecting is kind of boring, but now that I have a decent sized collection, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to add in a new booster box with every single new set. It fills me with joy to just put this on the shelf next to all the other ones. It's got a very satisfying feeling to it. So why would you ever collect a sealed booster box? We got Fusion Strike here. It's known as the Strawberry Shortcake box, and you can probably see why. It's very, very pink. And I still keep a sealed booster box of every single new set, even the later ones like Surging Spark, still fresh inside of a box. This is the one that I'm keeping sealed. But why would you even do this? Well, not everyone is going to collect sealed product. If you're someone that really enjoys cracking open booster packs, then this is something that's not going to be for you. You're going to want to open up these packs, and that's okay. You have to be a special kind of collector to actually want to keep sealed products. So it actually fills me with joy to know that these boxes are sealed. I get intrinsic value out of the fact that they are sealed, they're pristine, they're part of history. You have to be a kind of collector that enjoys preserving history to really enjoy having sealed products. And if that's not for you, and I know there are people out there that if they had these boxes, their hands would be twitching and they would crack them open immediately to see what's inside. That's not me. I enjoy keeping these sealed. The fact that these are sealed brings me a lot of happiness. If I were to rip these boxes open, regardless if every single pack was a hit, I would still feel a little bit of pain in my heart knowing that these were ripped, you know? So you have to be someone that enjoys preservation. And that's a special kind of collector. It's not an every person collector. There are people out there that prefer their cards inside of binders. And I'll be honest, I have many binders full of Pokemon cards, but a small part of me thinks this is completely fine because it's a very easy, no nonsense, no sweat way to collect Pokemon cards. You're spending yourself between $400 to $500 a year. Remember, this is a year, so this whole entire collection cost me $3,000, I think, over the past 4 or 5 years to pick up all of these different booster boxes. And obviously, Team Up alone covers the cost of all of these booster boxes. The value of these boxes have gone up a ton, but I didn't collect these boxes because they're going to go up in value. I just collected them because they're great collectibles. They're just an easy way to collect Pokemon cards, and they don't take up a lot of space. You'd think that all of these booster boxes would take up a lot of space, but they're pretty small. And honestly, I have pretty much all of my boxes ready on display on like 2 shelves. It doesn't take up that much space to add every single new box. So I'm really excited for next year. We're going to complete our second series. I have every single Sun and Moon box. I have every single Scarlet and Violet box that has been released so far. And I'm so excited to collect the final 4 Scarlet and Violet main series set and have the whole entire complete collection. It's going to look great on display. So now I'm 5 years into collecting sealed products, and I absolutely love it. It's an easy way to collect Pokemon cards. There's so many channels out there where they're looking at graphs, they're analyzing every single new card, telling you what's going to go up, what's going to go down, what to pick up. And really, when it comes to sealed product collecting, I'm not really listening to anyone. There's no point to it. It doesn't matter which set is better or worse. I'm not picking up anything super specific. I'm just picking up one new booster box from every single set. It's such an easy way to collect Pokemon cards that anyone can really do it. And obviously, if you ever want to rip these down the line, you still have that option. That is always an option. It's not like you lose the option to rip this box open if you have it sealed, right? There are plenty of people that have a sealed collection for 2 or 3 years, and then they open all of their boxes for Christmas or for their birthday, for a special occasion, whatever the reason. You can always crack all these packs open. So yeah, that's always an option for me as well. If you really, really want, and there are some people that can afford this, but it's not for everyone, people like to collect duplicates. You have people that collect 2 boxes or a case of every single new set. Now, a case of every single new set is kind of ridiculous, but collecting 2 booster boxes of every new set is a very common way to collect. And a big reason for that is because they plan to sell off the other half of their collection to make sure that they're never truly losing money. It's just a psychological effect. It's not really a true financial advice to sell half your collection just so that you're breaking even, but that is an option for different collectors. So there's different ways to go about it. Personally, I think case collecting is just, now you're getting to super boring territory, because obviously a sealed case is probably one of the most boring brown box to ever look at. But at least for me, I have all these boxes on display and they look great. I don't plan on never really selling them. I want to keep adding a booster box to my collection. And I'm sure when I pass away in 40 or 50 years, my children or grandchildren are going to happily break up apart my collection to pay for their college funds or whatever. And at that point, you know, I'm dead. What do I care about? I've enjoyed my collection. They can do what they want with it. But it's definitely going to be a nice little something to give back to my family once I'm gone. So I'm sure they'll enjoy it as much as I have for other reasons, if need be, but it is what it is. So this is really what sealed collecting is about. Pokemon collecting doesn't really have to take a lot of your time. You can easily barely follow the hobby and just pick up one sealed booster box of every new set. You don't even have to crack open any packs. I know many collectors out there that never rip packs open, and all they really do is they watch content creators rip packs, or they keep one sealed booster box just like this of every new set, and they really spend around 10 minutes of their life every single year thinking about Pokemon cards, and that's all it really takes. So collecting is what you make of it. You don't have to analyze every single new card that comes out. Collecting sealed products, especially booster box, is probably one of the simplest, easiest, and most boring but incredibly rewarding ways to collect Pokemon cards. I don't know if I've really ever talked about sealed booster box collecting, so I thought this would be a fun video, especially with the price jump in sealed products that's been happening very recently. So take it for what it is. This isn't really me giving you guys advice. I just wanted to share a piece of my collection with you. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Lots of cool content coming out in 2025, and I'm excited for the upcoming Scarlet and Violet sets. So let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.